Yeah.
How so?
They can get like shunned in class and they're by themselves. They don't get attention from the teachers because the teachers don't like homophobes.
Oh, yeah, I mean, bullying happens all the time. Especially particularly when boys are little, they'll, be all, if a boy shows his emotions or acts sensitive, then the other boys might descend upon him and accuse him of being homosexual and say that that's a bad thing.
It's just sort of a non-issue?
Yeah, I mean, as far as that, that's just my opinion.
In high school, yes.
How so?
You can tell that the guys are uncomfortable with it. I personally don't have an issue because, it's your business.
Yeah.
I don't care. But you can tell that guys are uncomfortable if a person is gay, and you can tell that some females are uncomfortable if a woman is lesbian. I mean, I was a chorus student in high school, and all the guys were picked on for being gay, even though they weren't gay. It never got to like the point of them actually having any physical contact. It was more just like comments, and just there was not really anything. No one could ever do anything about comments. Like you can, because the whole free speech shit, and I can't say that, can I?
Yeah, I see bullying all the time, even still today in college.
What kind of bullying did you witness or see or hear about?
Like name calling, pushing and shoving.
Yeah, I know in my high school I used to beat one kid up and put things on his Facebook and on his MySpace, and used to make him cry and very sad. It would happen, like you'll see him get beat up. It'll be in the public. It wasn't,
really? It was like a really public thing?
Yeah.
Most of the time they always done it when the teacher couldn't see, so like we knew it was going on, but we wasn't going to tell because you didn't want to get in trouble and stuff like that.
My chorus teacher always just said to like, whatever they say, it's like they don't know the truth, they don't know everything about you, like don't let it affect you, like they're just idiots. Yeah, he's a guy and he was in chorus, so he gets where they're coming from, like he understands like the situation, but like you just have to accept what it is and you just can't let it affect you.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Why do you think that is?
I don't think the school system knows what to do about it. They didn't participate, but they didn't prevent it either. To an extent, but not that much. People learn how to tolerate it more in college because it's more people.
It can be for some people. Depends on where you're raised and how you're brought up about the whole situation.
Yes. At an all-guy school, it is. Because I noticed it at Sydney. Like, it's definitely an issue. I mean, I don't notice it here, but I notice it there. Like, I don't see it as much. Because, like, I mean, people are their own person. That's what college is all about.
Yeah, because it just seems like so many people are like, they just don't even want to mention anyone being gay or anything, and it's just stupid.
Why do you think that is?
Like they're scared of talking about it?
Yeah, like they just don't want to talk about it. I mean, I know some people aren't, and it's usually people who are friends with people who are gay, but everyone else seems to be homophobic and just don't want to say anything about it.
Well, if you think about how in the olden days, people didn't really think about, like if you say you was gay, it was like a sin. Now we don't say it's a sin, so we're kind of like leaning towards it a little bit, so in the future I don't think it'll be a problem.
I hope so. Maybe. Guess we'll find out.
I think it'll become less because I've seen it progress. Like I remember my grandma, she's very strict. She wants purely heterosexual relationships, but I've seen it going, and people seem to be a bit more than they were. It just seems like it's still like a taboo right now.
Yes. When all the old fundies die off and we can finally take over the government.
No, always be an issue. I don't think it can go away.
Yeah, I think once it's not such a big deal, like the whole, like, it's always being brought up in the news, like with the whole like gay and lesbian rights, like being able to marry in whatever stage you want. Once it becomes more of a norm and it's like rotated into like social interaction, it's not going to be a big deal anymore. It's going to be like anybody else. It's like women's rights, basically, all over again.
You think it'll always be an issue?
I don't think anybody ever get over it. It's that big of an issue. I mean, it's not really an issue, but it's just one of those things, just like racism. I mean, it can be tolerated, but it's never going to